Alright, welcome back everyone. Here is my 124 scale Carrera slot car. I don't think I ever mentioned this part before. This original motor has to be modified. I think this thing operates on 12 to 18 volts. It has to be modified to operate on a 2 or 3 cell depending on what you look like or what you feel like. It looks like a 180 sized motor, but it's just a little bit bigger. It might be easier for you to custom mount a 180 size motor in there. For me, I took it apart, I rewound it, put it back together, and it fits back into its original place. Nobody knows any different, and I bench tested it. It operates on a 2-cell LiPo, no problem. How fast it is, I don't know yet. Fairly large reduction gear right there. But we got our front axle brace in place now. Now it is time to work on steering. In case you're wondering about the Porsche, why I haven't showed the finished Porsche is because I broke an axle brace back here. So essentially the guts for the axle, or for this car, because it can no longer support a rear axle. Move this crap out of the way. Move that out of the way. There's no axle support. Fucking garbage. Alright, it's just floating in there. You can see part of it's missing back here by my middle finger right here that I'm wiggling. Right. So that part, I'm done with the Porsche. I'll save the ESC for something else and save the servo for something else. I'm done with the Porsche. I could probably build an axle support like I said and finish that one, but I just decided to take basically all I'm going to use out of it is the receiver. I'm going to put it in here. I do have a very small brushed ESC I can throw in here as well. If I didn't mention it before, I'm thinking I'm going to stick a battery pack here and here to give it a left-right balance. And here's a servo I got mocked up that I started to use for something else. I forgot what I used it for, or I had planned to use it for, but here's another brand new one. I think I want to stick it off to the side right here, so I got to work on the steerings. But before I work on the steering, I did tighten. There's a screw on the bottom as well, a screw on top, right? And the wheels aren't straight, but just pushing with my finger, verify that all 4 wheels, well, I have to put a little bit of pressure on the back because, you gotta fight the motor and the gear. That all 4 wheels rotate, right? So we know the chassis is still square. None of these axles need any kind of modification at this point. So now it's time to work on the steering. So I'm just going to work on, I've already drilled one hole here. I'm going to put one, something like that, and then I'll cut it down and shape it, and then I'll put one ball socket here that will attach to the servo somewhere over here. My ESC will go down here, and if I'm lucky, I might be able to keep the interior in that Carrera 124 scale car. But anyway, there is an update so far.